In this next segment of our Black History Month Convocation, the current generation of Xavierites shares their perspectives on Black History Month and on Xavier. Introducing this piece is SJ President Emmanuel Ukot.
Hey Xavierites, it's Emmanuel Ukot, your SGA President, and I'm excited to share this segment with you where I interview a few Xavier students and we look at Black icons, right? Our parents or Martin Luther King or even Sojourner Truth, and we see how their actions have influenced our future, have placed us on a path for the future. And we look at how the vision and the mission of Xavier also influence us to be the change makers in society that we need. We take a look at the past, we look at the present, and we also look forward to the future. Let's get this conversation started.
I've always looked up to Rosa Parks and just her bravery, and just being a Black woman and feeling the need to stand up for herself and actually doing it. She felt a certain way about her situation and she spoke on it despite the consequences that may have followed, anything that she thought could have happened. And from there, it started a chain of just Black women all around standing up for themselves and just inspiring everybody.
My mom and my dad, and having two strong Black parents in the household and seeing them be successful in their careers, you know, and knowing that if I put in the work and I stay determined and stay focused, that I could do anything I want to accomplish in life. And that's just really driven me my whole life.
It's pretty countless, like the way like they influenced me, and not only inspires me like what they did for like our culture to progress us into a positive light. You know, Malcolm X, you know, and Martin Luther King like led a whole movement. Like that same drive and that same passion they had for their culture and what they wanted to do, I feel like that plays into like my natural ambition and my goals in my life. My biggest role model, definitely my dad. And I feel like, you know, I couldn't touch on like anything else relating to Black history if I didn't touch on him and like the way he shaped me and my mindset and the way he raised me with discipline, you know, good morals and just a good structure to like base my character on.
First off, I would have to say my mom. She's influenced me a lot. When it comes to Missy, she is epitome of Renaissance man. She can do it all. I was raised by nothing but women, and she always encouraged me, no matter who you are, no matter the color of your skin, don't let people discourage you for really pursuing what you want to do in the future. And so she really tried to push me to, you know, whatever you want to do, you just make sure you give your all and you're doing it for yourself.
Every Black physician that I meet, every Black pharmacist that I meet, we are needed in this field and we have an impact on the patients that we see every day. Our patients need our voice. They understand that when they see us, they know they're going to be heard. So I would 100% say that seeing other Black men and women in my field encourages me to just keep going and keep making the difference that I know I can make on my community.
I've always, my whole life, I wanted to go to an HBCU. Like I feel like I've always knew that about myself, is that I've always wanted to be around people with the same mindset as me. And I feel like Xavier really exhibits, you know, the hard work it takes to really get to a level that you want to achieve. Because you're surrounded around like-minded people that have the same goal in mind to be successful and achieve things in their field, whether it be medical, law, business, sociology, you know, theology and stuff like that. Like all those things, like they have that same ambition to be successful.
Not always in your life do you get to feel like you're a majority when you've always been a minority. You know, seeing other Blacks trying to achieve the same goal that you're doing, being successful, all around you, everyone helping each other, it changes your mentality in life. It makes it seem like I can do this. You know, if someone else is trying to do this, I can do this too. And that's why I chose Xavier.
I knew that I wanted to go to an HBCU because growing up I was raised in a school that was predominantly white. And I knew, okay, once I graduate from high school, I want to go to a school where I see more people who look like me, more people who go through similar things that I go through as far as being young, being Black, being a college student, I really think it's most important. You love what you're doing so much, and you've built such a good foundation here at Xavier that you can go out and you can tend to your communities.
One thing about Xavier, it's not easy in any aspect, any way, shape, or form. When it comes to leadership and service, there is a certain level of integrity, honesty, and leadership that it takes to assume roles that they have here at Xavier. When it comes to academics, it's the exact same thing. Like, you have to be on your A game, you have to be, disciplined, decisive, and just straight to the point and focused. But through all of that, the one thing that keeps us grounded is Xavier. And how? It's because Xavier shows us excellence. At the end of the day, we're all here for one purpose, and that's to further our education. And when we see people who have done it, lived it, and grown from it, and set the foundation, and their foundation was Xavier, it's like, oh, okay, I can do that. I can do that. Chantel can do it, I can do it.
I feel like being a lawyer, not only in the fact of like being a Black lawyer, being able to represent my people in the legal sense, that's very much needed, especially in this time around. If I'm able to focus my energy and my passion on addressing those issues while chasing my career and being the best in my field, I feel like it will really correlate to being somebody that can make a good impact in my community, because they see me as somebody that has the power to make these changes in my society by not only helping people, but hopefully that when I get higher up in my field, able to make direct changes in that system, make direct changes when it comes to, how people perceive us, on a daily basis. I feel like just being somebody that chases their goals, that's a really positive impact alone, and not being ashamed of it at all. We can be successful in any field we choose as long as we put our all into it, because we have that capability. Like, we have that ability to be successful in what we want to do, because it's in our heart, it's in our DNA to be that that level of greatness.
Having someone who looks like you treat you is different than having someone who doesn't look like you. A lot of the disparities we have is because we don't have enough people of color in the healthcare system sticking out for us, like standing up for what we need. And I want to have that opportunity to stand out for the kids who look like me, showing that it is possible to do this. And that they have a voice and they're not like lost, it's not everyone working around them, but working with them instead.
When I was first thinking about pursuing a career in medicine, I knew I wanted to bring those passions and that kindness and determination to communities that don't really get that. If you're going to do this kind of work, you've got to do it with passion. You've got to do it with drive. It's about giving quality health care to everybody. And so that is really what I think about when I think about giving back to my community and how I plan to do that.
I probably tell myself Xavier's mission every day. One that we use that pretty much ties into Xavier's missions is we're serving the underserved. Especially since we're in Black History Month and having a healthcare background, our primary job is to serve the underserved. I go out every day either to work or to class or just leading on campus, and my job is to make sure that the person without a voice is being heard. That's what happens in every single aspect of Xavier's community, and it's powerful to see the big things that can be done when the whole campus community lives that mission.
Impact comes in all shapes and sizes. From the loudest people in the marches to those who exerted quiet strength, we stand on their shoulders. Black History Month allows us to reflect on the sacrifices that those before us have made for us to get here. But it is also a call to action. The work does not stop here. As Xavierites, we're called to live out the mission of this university as we contribute to the promotion of a more just and humane society through roles of leadership and service in a global society. By reflecting on our past and striving for impactful and equitable change in our present, our future will be brighter than ever, because we are the future. Happy Black History Month, Xavierites.